Okay, so some of the questions, just for standard sake, in a protractor, right? We consider that to be a 0 degree, and then we just rotate our vector, and then this is our angle theta, right? So for example, if I say vector v, the information for vector v, the magnitude is 2, and angle theta is 30 degrees, I mean this, right? My vector looks like this. The length is 2, and this is 30 degrees. Okay.
So it goes counterclockwise.
Yeah, it goes counterclockwise, just like a protractor, right? Let's just do one more example. If I say that this is magnitude is 5, angle is 210 degrees. Okay. Then I'm talking about a vector that's like this. So 180, 30 more is 210, right? So that's how it's located. That's where it's located. Now you can think of them all as starting at the origin, because they're not really. You can move them around, but you can think of them as having there, right? And if you need to move it around, you move it around as you need to. Okay. So for example, if I have vector A that's equal to length of 4, vector B here, and the angle is, let's say, 20 degrees, and vector B, please copy this down, this is 5, and angle is, let's say, then find, let's call this angle 1 and angle 2, find the magnitude of A plus B and the angle rotation. Okay, or actually I can just say this, find this. If I say that without the absolute value sign, just find A plus B, that means you have to say two things, the magnitude as well as the direction. Okay, it's implied. Alright, so you guys try to set this up. Let me do a rough setup here. 4 and 20 degrees. Let's say that's 4 length, that's 20 degrees. And 5 is a little bit, it'll be twice as long, at least twice as long. It'll be 170 is about there. Right? So let's say this is length 5. This is length 4, right? And this right here is 20, and this angle here is 170. So what's the actual angle between the two? 170 minus 20 is 150, right? Make sense? So visually, A plus B will be the following. So A plus B will look like this. Let me change color. It will look like that. That's the vector. So what we need.
Wait, how come B is so much?
Sorry, I read this as 2 for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 4 and 5. Okay, let's just assume that's 4 and 5. I know it's totally off visually, but the directions are same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here, I'll adjust it for you. It's not that much work.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me make that almost as long, right? So it will look like that, right? Now this is, so what we need to do is find the magnitude of this, and we also need to find, so this is A plus B magnitude, and we also need to find this angle here. Okay, let's call that angle phi. Okay, how do you think we can do this? So let's focus our attention on this triangle here. Okay, I know the magnitude of this one at the top is 5. I know that this is 4. Okay. And this right here is 20. So then that will be 20. True? I know this right here is 10. So do you see that this will also be 10? 10, 20. So that makes that right there 30. So to find the magnitude of A plus B, you can now use the cosine law. This is side, angle, side. Okay, this is a case, if you remember from trig, sine and cosine law, it's a case where you use the cosine law. So this is the sum of the two opposite angles, like this. The sum of the squares of the two opposite sides. So 4 squared, 5 squared, minus 2, 5, 4, cosine of the opposite angle. Alright, so this is cosine 30 is a special angle, right? It's going to be root 3 over 2. So it's 30, 41 minus 20 root 3. Okay. So that's going to be the magnitude of that. Sorry, the root of that, sorry. Okay. You square root both sides to isolate a plus b magnitude. Okay. Okay, now how am I going to find this angle phi? We can use the sine law. Now, we can't find the angle phi directly. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to find this angle first. Let's call that alpha. Okay, which is just between the two vectors, a plus b and a. Okay, so sine of alpha by sine law over 5, the opposite side, is going to equal to this 2.52. Opposite of 2.52 is angle 30, so sine of 30. So sine of alpha is 5 times sine of 30, which is half. So let me write 0.5 here. Divide by 2.52. Okay, and let's put that in the inverse of sine. Okay, so you get approximately 82.8. Therefore, phi is that plus this angle right there was 20, right? So we got to add the 20 to the phi, the alpha we just found, which is going to be 102.8 degrees. This is the direction. This is the magnitude. Okay, so you got to state that and that to get the correct answer.